I don't know.
Welcome, everyone. We're just giving everyone a chance to get signed in. A few more minutes and we'll begin. But meanwhile, you can enjoy some amazing hummingbirds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Esteban, that was great. Your camera went off, but
okay.
There. Oh,
yeah, it's very
gorgeous.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very nice light at the moment. And,
Beautiful.
and
Perfect.
some of these birds already ate some, so now they're taking it a bit more slow, which is good.
Absolutely. So everyone who's joined us already is just getting a little preview of some of the amazing birds in this incredible place where Esteban and Paco are at this morning. Very nice, Esteban. Or Paco, that's, yeah, Paco, look at that. Long tail. Okay.
The yellow tray, that's me. Yeah, with the Silky Fly Catcher. There's a hairy woodpecker.
Woodpecker. Great. Okay, so we're going to give it one more minute and then we'll begin. One more minute for people to sign in. Oh, very nice. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. I'd like to welcome everyone to our second live virtual birding tour. Today we are at Paraíso de Quetzal, which is in the Talamanca Mountain Range and the cloud forest area. It's a spectacular place for birds and for hummingbirds, all kinds of beautiful scenes, and just getting an experience of the cloud forest. We are here with Paco Madrigal and Esteban Biamonte as our expert guides today. And I won't take too much of your time. I just want to let you know that that we are hosting these tours as a series. So we hope that you'll join over and over again to see different areas of our amazing country. And we're really happy to be able to bring the birds to you during a time when it's quite challenging for some of you to travel to us. So, but hopefully this will give you a taste of what you can experience, and you will decide to come and join us on a spectacular tour. The site where we are today is a place that we include in every single one of our tours. So you'll get a little taste for it. And just keep in mind that the range of the Wi-Fi is the limit of our range for the tour today. So Paco and Esteban will be only able to move a couple of meters here or there. And so I'm sure you'll be quite impressed with what they'll be able to find you in such a small radius. This is a really great way for us to share the birds and keep kind of the love of nature alive during this time of pandemic. And it's been a rough time for tourism in all over the world, and especially in Costa Rica. So while these are free tours, we do invite you to leave a tip for your guides to support ecotourism today. And I'll be popping in a link in the chat a little later on so that it's easy to do so. So without more, I will pass the microphone on to Paco and Esteban to introduce themselves and get started.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Paco Madrigal, and we're here, like Heather mentioned, at Paraíso de Quetzales, which is a very nice private reserve up in the mountains at an elevation of 2,700 meters with loads of forests around, beautiful views, and hopefully we can find as many birds as possible for you this morning in the next hour. So let's go ahead and start finding some birds. But here's Esteban, to you.
Hey, hi everybody. Great to be here with you in this great piece of earth here in the Talamanca Range with a lot of very special birds. Hope we can show you as many as possible. And let's just get it birding. I hope you enjoy it a lot.
Remember that you can ask questions and during the tour if anything comes up, and I'll pass the questions on to the guides.
Here we're already finding some of the hummingbirds of these mountains. This one is a Talamanca. You have a male and a female. Let me move my phone a little there. I'm on the feeder right now, as you can see. The little one is, well, they come and go. There is a magnificent right there. That's a magnificent, well, it's called Salamanca Hummingbird now, and a lesser violet ear as well.
I have a great view of the long-tailed Silky Fly Catcher at the moment.
Okay.
Very good view, very close. Nice male. Maybe you can come to me. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful guy. Light really shining on it. Well, it flew not too far. Let me try to get it again. They've been moving around all morning. They really like these gardens. So we were talking now during breakfast. They've been, planting the right plants around here. So now birds come closer. And this is one of the ones that loves it right here. Okay, let me see. It's moving around a bit. Sorry, but there it is again.
Oh,
beautiful male. The long-tailed Silky Fly Catcher, an endemic, very special for this region. Mm-hmm. Yes, and yeah, like I say, it's one of the endemics, mostly a fruit eater. There's a lot of nice berries here that it enjoys. Okay, I'm gonna go to a least glorious bird, but Costa Rican pride here. I have a clay-colored thrush, a Costa Rican national bird. I don't know if you can get me on, Heather. There you go. It's a little bit, it's, enjoying the sun at the moment. It was a little bit of a drizzle early in the morning and a bit cold. Now birds are kind of like preening and, enjoying this little warmth. Because here up in this elevation, it's a good break of the tropical heat when you've been touring for, a couple of weeks. Down in the heat, it's so pleasant to come to the mountains and refresh a bit. So here is where we get a little bit of cooler weather. So when the sun comes out, birds actually enjoy it as well. Well, let me try to get here. I have something else moving. Let me move to it. Well, there it is, very close. Sorry, it flew away. There was a flower piercer. They've been moving around as well.
Okay, in the meantime, while Esteban is finding his bird, I'll keep showing you some more of the hummingbirds of these forests. We have seen quite a few. Here's a violet ear. It's called the lesser violet ear. Magnificent hummingbird. And this little one, which is one of the smallest hummingbirds, is called the Volcano Hummingbird. Oh, there's a new one. Okay, there is a little one, that little one right there. That's a Volcano Hummingbird right there.
Beautiful.
And you see him, he's tiny. Tiny little thing, only a little bigger than a bee. Here's a female mountain gem. See that she's all cinnamon in front. Well, not now. They move fast. I mean, they're eating sugar all day long. Here you go. There she is. She's back. She's the one with the cinnamon color in front there. And you see that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Now she's. Most of the ones we're seeing at the moment are lesser violet ears with one or two volcanoes. Here's one first. Here comes.
They have a flower piercer in view. You want to check the flower piercer? I finally got it. Kind of a silhouette due to the light, but you can really see the shape of its very modified bill. Still moving that same bush. As the name calls it, you know, it has special bill to pierce the flowers. And it's one of the specialties from up here, one of the endemics. It flew across. It left us now, so maybe you can go back to the hummers with Paco.
There. Now, not on the feeder. Here we have a lesser violet ear. And I want them to come and perch on this branch. Anyways, here they are. Oh, some of them have whitish beak, and that's pollen. When they stick their beaks into the flowers, they get pollen on their head, pollen on their beak.
I have a rufous colored sparrow now. You come to me. Yeah, there it is. It's behind a little branch, but you can see actually its rufous side. Well, it just dropped down. Didn't stay for too long, but it's one of the common ones around here. Maybe I can have it back again soon.
I'm going to move a few steps to find a new hummingbird. So I'm moving to the next corner. We cannot go too far because we lose. Yeah, that one is very busy. Just stay there with me, don't go away. And here, this is a different feeder. Now, most of the hummingbirds here are fiery, this one with the orangey throat, fiery throated hummingbird. 3 of them in a row, 4 with a bluish tail. Most of them are fiery throated hummingbird here. Whoa, you can see some of them have whitish beak, and that's the ones with pollen. So they're still going out there. I mean, we're looking at them on feeders, of course, and this is sugar water, but they still go out there and do their job.
So Paco, can you tell us about if these are resident hummingbirds or migrants?
These are all resident. All the birds that you see at this time of the year in our country, well, actually not. Well, all the birds, most of them are residents. We have a few migrants from South America that are here, but all the North American migrants, they're not here now. All the warblers, you know, some of the raptors, tanagers, waders, a lot of those birds are not here now. So these are all resident hummingbirds. Some of them are either endemic to Costa Rica or near endemic, meaning that we can see them only in these mountains of Costa Rica and a little bit of Panama. We're in the Talamanca Mountain Range. This mountain range, oh my God, I have a hummingbird almost sitting on my hand. This mountain range goes all the way into Panama. So as Esteban mentioned before, there's a lot of endemism, a lot of endemic species. And some of the ones we're seeing here, like fiery-throated, like volcano, like the mountain gem, the white-throated mountain gem, those are endemic, near endemic. And seeing the colors on hummingbirds is always a matter of the angle, of course, the light. But sometimes you see them, they look very colorful. Sometimes they just look dark. There are a lot of these hummingbirds, they nest during November, December. So I think they're all, most of them are done with their nesting part for this year. The nest that they build is a tiny little cup, depending on the size of the hummingbird. We have some little ones like the volcano and scintillant, and we have some large hummingbirds as well, like this Salamanca hummingbird and saber wings, some of the big hummingbirds of this country. Let me see if I can zoom in. A better view. It's when they turn around that you can see all their colors, the blue on their back, on their crown. Yep. They don't only eat nectar or sugar water, they also take a lot of insects and spiders. And they use spider webs to build their nest, and they decorate their little nest with lichens and their little eggs. They normally lay 2 eggs, and tiny little eggs, like a coffee bean, they describe them. Tiny little thing. So we have the largest of the hummingbirds. They both have a little white dot behind the eye, and they both have a straight bill. So the largest one is the Talamanca hummingbird. I'm using, in case you've been to the country or very familiar with these birds, what I'm calling Talamanca hummingbird, which is, okay, just one. There's one. It's what used to be magnificent. So if you knew these birds as magnificent, they have changed. They've been split. So they have changed its name now. This one is called Talamanca, like the name of mountain range. So if you hear names that you're not familiar with, like the violet ear, we call it now lesser violet ear. That's the reason. That's because of different, they've been splitting some of these species lately, keep out species.
Yeah, that was actually one of the questions from Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Good to see you there. Asking about the new name changes. Is that because of splits? And I guess you pretty much answered that already.
Yeah, that's happening with several birds in the country. So you have to come and visit our country over and over again to keep up with all these new names. We don't decide to change the name. This is not a Paco, but wow, look at them all. There's a bunch of, can you see it clear, Heather? I
Yes.
see a little blurry, but I mean, there's many magnificent males with a beautiful violet color on their crown and beautiful iridescent green on their throat.
Yeah, look at that. There's one on the, yeah, there was one perching where you could really see it. There's flashes of light, of color.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
And they're active like this all day long. I mean, you can be here all day and they're here all day long. Even the rain doesn't stop them. Even if it's raining a little bit, I mean, a light rain, like a drizzle, light rain, they still continue feeding. That doesn't stop them. They can move their wings so fast that that little rain doesn't really bother. Okay.
Do you have something there, Esteban?
Yeah, it's in among the fruits, but there's a Chloropingus moving about. I haven't got like a good view, but I'm just waiting for the moment it comes out this side. And now it's like behind the bush for me, but you can see the movement a little bit. Yeah, it's going up there. Yeah.
Yeah. You got a little flash.
Yeah, it actually flew away. Sorry, couldn't get a decent view. But it's not too far. It might come back again soon. But yeah, Sooty Cap Chloropingus, one of the other endemics from this area.
Paco, I wonder if you turn your camera horizontally, if possible. Let's see if it works.
Just a minute.
We'll be able to see a little bit, capture a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Perfect.
Is it better?
Beautiful.
I'm not using my tripod. I'm just on my hand. So if it's a little bit shaky, you understand.
Yeah, it's hard to get on your telescope on the tripod when they're so close up, isn't it?
It doesn't work because we can only move so far, and then the telescope needs, you need more. You need to be farther away, so to really see, and you can only get one hummingbird at a time. You cannot get all of this, like the one you're seeing right at the moment. 52 species of hummingbirds, somewhere around there, we have in Costa Rica. A lot of them don't have hummingbird on their name. Like you hear names like magenta-throated woodstar, purple-throated mountain gem. You'll hear saber wings, and you hear emeralds, and you hear all of these are hummingbirds, except they don't have hummingbird on their name. So, but 52 species. On a birding trip, when you come on a birding trip to Costa Rica, normally we have, I don't know, 25 plus, sometimes 30, 36 out of 52. That's pretty good when we move all over the country. Like these hummingbirds are mainly up here or only up here in the mountains, but as you move around the country, you'll find many more.
I have large-footed finch here in the parking lot. It's it's actually giving us a. Okay, yeah. Can you put me on, please?
Yeah. Somehow it got.
Okay, because it's I don't know. It's gonna stay too long. Oh,
Can you
it's behaving. Okay, it's going underneath a car at the moment, but it's. Let me see. Here's another one right here. Let me see if I can get this one better. This one in the wall is pretty good.
Okay, well, you're looking at that finch.
Okay, I have it now. I have it now. Please come to me. I have it very nicely there. Yeah, very beautiful, large-footed finch. Another endemic. Yeah, very nice. You can see the markings on the head. It's gray head, but it has these black lines and black mask. Just turn around very nicely for us. You can see its very long fingers that gives it the large-footed name. Very nice olive body. Behaves a lot like a towhee. It's always scratching all the litter and finding fins that are hidden there. But this one is a Costa Rican endemic. Let me just move a bit because I still can see it. It's not far from where I first got it. Here I go. Yes. It went away, sorry. You can see it's moving around here in the gardens, but it was a very nice view of it. Still can hear it singing around.
So Esteban, you answered a question that we had in a previous tour about the reason for the different lengths and curvatures of the bills in the hummingbirds, the beaks.
Yeah, we're talking of this special case of the Talamanca hummingbird. The male and females, they will have different, mostly length of bill, also a little bit in the curvature, but mostly the length. And it's believed that there's this particular flower that is very spiky in these highlands that the female has access to, but the male no, due to the difference in their bill. So we don't know why it happened, but it definitely gives her a special advantage over the males, and you know, they're better fit to you know, bring chicks and do all the things that the female hummingbirds do, because males don't help at all. So the main difference is that they have an extended access to a resource that it's not available for the males.
Great.
Okay, I'm going to walk back to another corner, see if I can find another new hummingbird. There's some more.
There I have the large-footed finch again. Oh, not for too long, sorry. Just jump off. Okay.
What a spectacular view.
Okay, I have a question. How many species of hummingbirds are there in the world? Okay, here.
You can answer in the chat if you want.
I have a hairy woodpecker on the scope. If you can put me on yet. Oop. Okay, it's still
a little
still there.
Still there. Focus a little? There
we
go.
But you have to put me okay.
Yep, you're on spotlight.
Okay. There you go. Now I can see. Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's a bit better focus. Yeah, this is the female with two white lines on the head. The male will have the upper line will be red. And hairy woodpecker, it's also found in North America, but this is a subspecies from Costa Rica, so it looks a little bit different. Even if you have seen it at home, this one, it's a subspecies. Maybe will be split later. Who knows? You know, a lot of species that we think will not be split at the end, they are. So maybe that will be one of those. And here in this area where we are, we have this beautiful combination of, you know, these North American influenced species, like some of these woodpeckers and all of these thrushes and finches. And then we have this very South American species, you know, like the tanagers and the hummingbirds and all that. So this part of the world is very interesting because it's this mixture of North and South America. Ooh. Here I have the Silky Fly Catcher came really close to me. I think I have it on there. Yep, this is the female, not as bright. Where she went. Sorry, I lost her.
Oh no, a hummingbird just sat on my telephone. I'm waiting for the mountain gem. I want to show, make sure you see very well the male white-throated mountain gem. The female is coming around. She's the one that is all cinnamon in front. But he's not far. He'll come back. Here's another one. There it is. Oh, there was the male. And there's the female. There's the female now. She's the... All these little ones are volcano hummingbirds. They're green on their back, green all the way down the middle of the tail with a little bit of rufous on each side of the tail. There she is. She's the one with the cinnamon color. Right there.
Yeah, she's so pretty.
Yeah. There she's back. And there's the male. These are all volcano. We even have smaller hummingbirds than this. Look at this guy right there.
Wow. Wow.
Nice, fiery throated.
I'm just imagining the amazing photographs you could get just sitting right there on the deck.
Yeah. We're also waiting for a male volcano hummingbird. There is one around. Most of them are like young ones or females, but the males have this beautiful gorget, the beautiful color on their throat. On this part, there's a mountain gem. On this part of the country, on the Talamanca Mountain Range, is kind of purple, the color of the throat. If you move to another mountain range in the country, like the Central Mountain Range, then the color changes a little on the same species of bird. Whoa.
Yeah, we're seeing the male. He's just kind of coming and going.
Yeah, they don't stay for very long. Some of them are shy, and some of the other ones are bullies. Like Talamanca is one of them. They're very aggressive, and they're fiery throated as well. So they can. So there's only one, there's a female right now. There was. So there's like one female mountain gem and one male mountain gem. Many lesser violet ears, many Talamanca hummingbirds, and many fiery throated hummingbirds, many volcano hummingbirds, or one or two mountain gems. There they are, the two of them.
So if any of our participants have any questions, you can just put them in the chat and I can ask our guides your questions.
Another view of the mountains. Way in the back, you see, I don't know if you can see a little village, little town. Also San Marco de Tarazu, way out there, where we grow one of the best coffees in the country. We've been drinking this morning. And what the forest that you're seeing here is part of the reserve. The reserve here is a private reserve, like we mentioned before, of 80 hectares of most of it, all forest, pristine forest. At the beginning, they were, at the very beginning, when they moved down here, this Costa Rican family in the 50s, they were creating openings to grow blackberries, also cattle, and also they were making charcoal. But since, I don't know, early 90s, late 80s, tourism is being the main income. So they realized they stopped cutting the forest down. They put a few trails around in the reserve with some facilities, and now that's how they survive. Not these last 2 years, of course, but yeah, that's how people survive. There is a lot of trout farm as well in this area.
Yeah, this is really an example of how ecotourism can really have a positive impact on habitat conservation. I mean, just there's so many real life cases of that in Costa Rica. I have a question from Cynthia. She says, what's the temperature today?
Oh, Esteban, have you checked the temperature?
I haven't, but I'll say like, I don't know, 16, 18 degrees Celsius.
I can hear you very well. Are you far from this?
No, I'm right here.
No, we hear him perfectly.
Okay, yeah, that's my guess. Yeah. So it's not. I mean, for Costa Rican standards, this is chilly, but it's not bad. It's actually very pleasant because the sun is shining. So it's feeling very good actually. It's a great day to be around here.
What are some of the dominant trees or plant species around in this area?
Yeah, this area is where we have a lot of the oak forests. So especially away from the water, it's mostly oaks. But then, as you come close to the river, it becomes more diverse, and there are some species of trees that are more representative of South America. Again, this combination, oaks from the north, and then some other species that are more South American influence. But definitely oak is the most dominant. That's why Paco was mentioning that this was an area where many families were dedicated to produce charcoal and sell it, and mostly because of the extensive oak coverage.
Oh, there's the female mountain gem.
You can see when the little volcanoes fan their tail, you can see a little bit of reddish rufous on their tail with white tips. Yeah.
Do you find any mammals in this region?
There are many.
I have another nice view of the Silky Fly Catcher.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah, very beautiful. Nicely, you can see the marks on the tail and the little pointy tip that it has. Very beautiful crest. Very special species. This close relative of the waxwings. They have a similar kind of shape. But this Silky Fly Catcher family, it's a very small family, actually, very few representatives of them. And here in Costa Rica, we have two endemic species of Silky Fly Catchers, and this one is maybe the most common one, but there's another one called black and yellow Silky Fly Catcher that it's always around this property as well. So this is a great spot to come and see both endemics at once. Okay, that one left, didn't go too far. Just gonna say it again. Yeah, oh, there's a nice view of male and female together. You can see the difference.
Beautiful.
Then he left, but she's still there. Much paler. Yeah, there's a lot of lichen on the branches, lichens and moss. Yeah, it's the ones you see right at the moment. Yeah, they're lichen, but there's other patches of very extensive moss coverage on the branches. One of the great things about this cloud forest is that there's not an independent plant. Everything is a mash of different, species all together, blended in the branches on the ground with moss and lichen and bromeliads, orchids. Is really great. One of the great treasures of this cloud forest is the diversity of orchids. And we don't have any to show at the moment, but they're very plentiful over here.
So back to your questions about mammals. Do you have something there, Esteban?
No. I'm
yeah,
just with the Silky Fly Catcher. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, right back down there was the... Oh, it's moving around. Where did it go?
I'm forgetting my ear.
It's behind. Okay, I'm gonna put the national bird, the clay colored thrush. Yeah, there it is.
So why on earth would this be the national bird of Costa Rica with so many colorful birds to choose from, Esteban?
Yeah, well, legend says, or more like the urban saying is that, this Costa Rica is much like a countryside country, a lot of farmers, and they time everything to get their right harvest. So the clay colored thrush, it's like a natural alarm in nature, because when it starts singing, it sings over and over, like even 3 o'clock in the morning, it's dark and it's already singing, and all day long. So you can tell when they are singing. So it's a clock, and people know that it's the time when the rain will start. So they are announcing the coming rains. So it's a cool natural clock. It's very much into the Costa Rican culture. Everybody in Costa Rica has heard clay color thrush singing and have seen one. They're very plentiful. So, you know, more than the colors and everything, it's really a true part of Costa Rican life.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get, I have a Chloris pingus, but it's so close by. I don't know if I'll be able to get it.
Anybody?
Okay, I'm gonna chase it. It's not far.
Okay.
Buenos días. Maybe you can see it now, the Chloris pingus. It's moving quite a bit. There I have it. I have a Chloris pingus.
Very nice.
It's so close. I can hardly
nice.
get it. It doesn't get any closer than that.
Beautiful. Spectacular.
Okay, briefly but nicely, you know, sooty cap Chloris pingus, an endemic, very beautiful one, very plentiful. It's one of our favorites because it comes with all the mixed flocks. It's the leader of the flocks over here. And when we are more into the trails where we don't have Wi-Fi access, there we can have very nice flocks of, you know, wood creepers and tree hunters and tree runners and tanagers all moving along with the flocks of the sooty cap Chloris pingus. So that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. And what are the fruits that it's feeding on?
Yeah, we have two fuchsias that are native to these mountains, and this is one of them. This is the one of the fuchsias, paniculata, its name, and it has a very small fuchsia flower, but the berries are very good for the birds. They really like it. Let me see if I can show you a bit. Well, there's a good branch. I've been hoping birds to come to this branch because it's full of good berries. Let me see if and there's some flowers. So they are not very famous fuchsias on nurseries because their flowers are fairly small compared to South American fuchsias.
Okay. So we have a question from Roseanne. She says, do you see many effects of climate change?
Yeah, I mean, it's very evident anywhere in the world at this point. You know, it's impossible to deny it. And we have seen how a lot of species have shifted to higher elevations. Okay, Jorge is calling me here to try to spot a new bird for you. So I'm going to go a little bit to there.
Great. Go for it. Get it.
El tronco seco a la izquierda.
Lo veo. Pero es el Silky.
Sí. Black and yellow. Acaba de llegar ahí.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm losing you. I don't hear you well.
We're going to look for it more.
It's okay.
Okay.
We're going to keep both cameras spotlighted so that when it comes in.
Okay, well, it's out of sight at the moment. We know where is it about, but we don't see it now. So hopefully it will jump to us.
So as I mentioned in the beginning of our virtual tour today, it's been a very slow time for us in tourism. It's been a very challenging time.
I have it now.
You have it.
If
okay,
you can come to
great.
me. It's among some branches, but I
got
can
it.
You can see a bit of the yellow hidden on the black and yellow Silky Fly Catcher. That's the other species we're talking about. Yes, the long tail is a bit more colorful and has a long tail, but this one is very nice as well. Cannot see it at the moment, but it has a very bright red eye. It's a nice contrast with its black body, and a lot of those yellow markings. Male and female look quite different, but both of them have that mixture of yellow and dark. Yeah, here Jorge is telling me that it looks like a young male. Actually, not. There it dropped down. Yeah, like the other ones.
So as I was mentioning, I'm going to go ahead and put the link to leave a tip for Esteban and Paco, just for in case you might need to leave early. So it'll be in the chat. These are free tours, of course, but any tips that you'd like to leave are a great help and very welcome and appreciated.
And also going back to the climate change. Like,
just to go through. You have something, Esteban?
No. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to mention all the hummingbirds that we have seen, which is about 5 different species. One of them is Volcano, which was the little one. Then we have lesser violet ear. We have Talamanca Hummingbird. We have white-throated mountain gem, male and female. And the fiery throated, which is the one we're looking at right at the moment. There's a couple more that come around here, so we're waiting, just giving them some time to show their faces.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like overwhelming. You get dizzy here around this hummingbird.
Yeah. So we have a question coming in. Do you have any monkeys in this location?
I have seen one monkey down in the Savegre Valley, and many, I mean, literally one individual, one monkey.
Over all the years you've been traveling there.
That's
yeah,
right.
If monkeys come here,
and we know we have
season.
them.
Sorry.
There's
we know that we have
monkeys.
mammals.
Okay,
sorry.
Esteban, you go.
No, I just want to say briefly that sometimes monkeys do come up higher in the mountain more than usual, but like some special years, but they don't leave or breed here. They will just visit for a little while, maybe. Sometimes in hurricane times, it's so wet down in the lowlands that they kind of like try to escape from that and things like that, but they'll never stay as resident animals. You know, it will be just for a short season.
Great.
Yeah, this is not the best place for mammals. I mean, even though we know that we have many species of mammals, it's like high diversity but low density. You don't see mammals all the time, but we know they're here. You see their evidence, you know, footprints and all kinds of other things like porcupines, tapirs, some of the wildcats, peccaries, some of the deer. We have a little reddish deer that lives up in the mountains. Olingos and ringtail cats are nocturnal arboreal mammals, part of the raccoon family. We have Tyra, which is a mustelid, is in the otter family. Yeah, so there are many. Sloth we don't see up here. I've never seen a sloth up here, but they're not like in the lowlands where you can almost guarantee you're going to see mammals. Up here is more of a matter of luck.
Okay, I have a. ¿Qué se hizo? They have the bush tanager again. This is a young one with a stripy chest. Beautiful. There you go. Yeah, and you can see the base of the bill is pale. Like many fledglings, they keep those pale colors that are a good reference when parents are feeding them. So, but this one is already going out there on its own. Nice fledgling. Oh, okay. It went away. The same, you know, the sooty cap chloris pink is very, very beautiful one.
So Talamanca, they're more fiery throated. Over here, not a big difference between a male and a female fiery throated. They look alike.
Looks like we may have lost internet for a minute with Esteban and Paco. They both have their screens frozen.
A little
I
bit.
can hear you.
Okay, good. You're back.
Yeah, I could always hear you. Even I couldn't move my camera, but I could hear you. And
yeah, Paco's view is frozen at the moment. Let's see.
Oh, here's a new.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
No. Oh, yeah, there's a male.
Oh, lovely. Beautiful, Esteban.
yeah, there's another view of the Silky Fly Catcher back there in the same branches full of lichen.
A little out of focus, but
okay, let me try to work on that. Oh. Yeah, the phone, you know, I focus with the scope, but the phone doesn't get it right.
Yeah, that's the limitations of technology.
Let me see if I can do something like that. I'll do this. A little bit more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of blue and white swallows flying around me at the moment. Those, it's very hard to get them to show you, but they have been here since we started. They enjoy this valley. You know, it's a great valley to have these good views of this swallows. So all the time. The Silky Fly Catcher moved, but oh no, they're flying around. Oh, now it came even closer. Let me set this.
What are we hearing in the background? Okay. Is that the owl?
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna look for something. Here comes. We can. Yeah, this is the Costa Rican pygmy owl call that Jorge is, you know, trying to attract this tanager, spangled cheek tanager is moving here, but it's not in view. It's in that same fuchsia plant. Let me try to focus this. So we're hoping that it will come out this side of the plant. But there he was, the spangled cheek tanager, another endemic for this area.
Beautiful. Hopefully he'll come in view.
Yeah. We can hear it back there. That's a very simple call. You know, tanagers, they have their beautiful colors, but they don't have very nice calls. Very simple. Yeah, and even though now is Jorge, you're doing the pygmy owl call, it's one we were listening before around here. It's not that uncommon in this property. There's another endemic, very pretty, you know, very cute pygmy owls. Yeah, I think our Spang is long gone.
Okay.
Oh, I have it, but completely elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, let me. This is weird. It's in the same licheny tree that we were looking at. Did it go away? What? Yeah, can you see it there? It's in the middle of the frame. It's a little bit far away, but it has this shiny back.
Yes, we do see.
Yeah, there it moved.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I love that bird.
It's so pretty, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's like all these colors in very small little bird. You know, it had this like turquoise back. Oh, there it took off. Like some cinnamon all over the body, and then around the face with iridescent blue and iridescent orange as well. Okay, well, that was briefly, but very nice. Here I have the Silky Fly Catchers are crazy around here. There's a male and a female. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there's the female there.
Beautiful.
Oh. And they're very active at the moment. Kind of like they took a break and now, oh, look at that. It's having nice berries.
Look at that.
Well,
so cool.
Well, now up here is the male. And there he is.
He's so handsome.
There you go.
Calling.
Yeah, so they're loving that bush. This is a tomato relative. And it has those big fruits. It's definitely its favorite. You know, if you see one of these plants with fruits, just wait for your long-tailed silky flycatcher because it's gonna come. And the good thing is that it's not a very tall bush. Usually the sides are very nice.
That's a spectacular view.
That's a very cooperative one. They all need to learn from him. You stay still, you know. You only have 1 hour to do this tour. So.
It was very nice to see it singing, you know, how it moves its bill and its throat. Whoa, it just catch something in the air. So it did made some of its flycatcher fin, although its diet is based on the berries mostly. Okay, and there you go.
Nice.
Here it comes again, and it's doing a little bit of fly catching. It is catching some bugs in between the plant with the berries and the lichen branches. There it goes back again. There's like a little swarm of flies or something that it's going by at the moment. A lot of bugs are actually hitting me as they come through. So I guess that's what the silky fly catcher is doing.
That's where they get the name flycatcher.
Okay, well, here it's back in the lichen branches.
Strange. Paco, your camera's black. I don't know why, but I think it's the connection.
Views of different.
There we go. Oh, beautiful, Esteban. That's such a nice with the branches, the lichens.
Look at this, man. Look at this.
Oh, he went. What happened?
Can you hear the hummingbirds as well?
Yes. Very noisy.
Yeah.
The view's a little blurry, not too clear on the hummingbirds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little unfocused.
Okay.
It could be the internet connection. It's hard to know. They're moving so quickly.
Yeah.
We have the rufous color sparrow here.
Okay.
It's going. Yeah. Oop. There it is. It's behind the fence. And here it's coming around this way. There's a good view of it. It's looking for fins on the ground. It seems like it found something good. Oh, and now went up the rail. And there it is. Very pretty little bird. Yeah. One of the common species in Costa Rica, but it's very cute.
It is very cute.
Yeah, for a sparrow,
you can see its rufous color very well there. But then all these other markings, you know, the black lines, the gray on the face, the white throat, that little brown on the side. And when it turns around, it has completely different coloration, you know, like more camouflage, like a lot of brown and yellowish and black lines.
Gonna add you, Paco, because you've got some things perched there too, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get some of the hummingbirds not on the feeder, but you have to find their perches. They usually have a little perch where they always go to. Yeah, remember everybody, we will probably be able to find more of a variety if we were able to walk in the woods, but we're limited to the building here. We cannot move very far.
Well, believe it or not, almost an entire hour has gone by. We're 3 minutes to the top of the hour, and it's gone by very quickly. We've seen quite a number of amazing birds this morning, especially since given that you can only move a few meters in any one direction.
I'll let the hummingbird then say goodbye to everybody. You know, have this view with you. People in the United States, you have hummingbirds. Not in Europe, but in the United States, you have some of the beautiful hummingbirds as well. They don't live for very long. I don't know what, maybe 5 years. Probably less than 10 years, 5 years or so. Hummingbirds. That's a gorgeous Talamanca. Hey. Okay. Oh, I hear the California.
Ooh.
Yeah, I came close to where I was listening to it as well. But no, it's not in view.
That would be wonderful if we could get a California, gorgeous little one. See, that would be the one I choose if we were to choose a bird to be the national bird that is not the clay-colored thrush. I'll choose the California.
That's a gorgeous one.
More of a, not necessarily only because of its colors, but yeah, I mean also, but it's more of a Costa Rican bird. It's more like an endemic, near endemic species. Clay-colored thrushes, they have a huge range. You can see them from the United States, probably all the way down to, I don't know, South America, Argentina, how far they go. I'm sure we'll make a few enemies in the birding community if we try to change the national bird.
I'm sure some would be in favor too.
I can't. I'm not hearing you well, Heather.
Oh, we hear you. We hear you.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, we hear you. So we have it's 1 minute before 9 o'clock. I want to just thank everyone for joining us today. Thank Jorge at Paraíso de Quetzal, who was our gracious host, and thank Paco and Esteban. We hope to continue these virtual tours, and so we hope you'll join us. Stay tuned on our Facebook. You can like us on Facebook, and you can also go to our website regularly, and we will be posting new dates and new locations for virtual tours. And do remember, I'm going to pop the link again into the chat. Do remember that you are free and welcome to leave a tip for your guides. Any tips and all tips would be greatly appreciated. And I will pass it off to Esteban and Paco to say their goodbyes. And thank you again for joining us. And if you, we hope to see you on an in-person tour very soon in Costa Rica. It looks like their internet is a little bit slow. So I don't know if they'll be able to turn their cameras around and say thank you and goodbye. There we go.
Okay, goodbye, bye everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking the time and joining us on this virtual tour. We hope to see you again. on a virtual tour or down here in Costa Rica in person, even better.
Even better.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you for letting us enjoy this and let us do what we really enjoy, which is coming out in nature and showing you birds. Hopefully next time will be shoulder by shoulder.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yes, and here's Jorge also as well.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jorge. Gracias, Jorge.
Un gusto.
Yeah, thank you, Jorge.
Esperamos por acá.
Claro que sí. And this is a location that we include on every single one of our itineraries, so you won't miss out. So thank you, everybody, and we'll tune in for the next one. Tune in for the next one. I will be sending out the bird list by email so you can see the list of all the birds we saw today. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Thank you.